You can see all my junk. Move my boxes out of the way. Let me see. Hello, everyone. Hi. Sure, I didn't mess up the streaming everything. How are you guys? Can you hear me? Everything's good? Okay, yes. Hello, hello. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Anastasia. Hi, Nika. Hi, Eliana. How are you guys doing today? Let me know how you're doing today. Um, I'm a little bit late, but I'm here. How are you guys? How's everyone? Hi, Esther. Let me know where you're from in the chat. I know y'all are from all over the world, so I love to see where you guys are from. Hi, Tamala. Hi, Yolanda. Oh, she said we can see the camera settings. Thank you. Let me see if I can turn that off. There is a way to do this. 1 second. Let's see here. Okay. I think we're good. Never mind all the mess on the counter here. Y'all can see I've been actually making hair products in the back. That's what's on the lower counter. Let's see here. Hello. Let's see. Good afternoon. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Good to see you, pretty lady. I'm doing good. Kansas City. Nice. Good afternoon, Yolanda. Hi, Anastasia. You're in Jersey. Okay, from Texas. Yes, Texas. Y'all know I'm from Texas originally? Hi, Michelle from New York. Hey, Robin. Perfect. Okay, good. Virginia. Hey, beautiful. I'm checking in from London. Wonderful. Okay, you guys. So actually next Sunday we'll officially begin our new challenge. I just want to note that I will be having a hashtag. I tagged it in my Instagram video today, but it's NIAN T challenge. I have to think about it. And that's what we'll be using for those who are going to be posting on Instagram. And for those who are going to be posting under the YouTube video, you're going to just do that just like last time. You're going to comment about what you're doing for the week, how your week went. And then again, I'll be picking winners every Sunday. I have to think about it every Sunday from the challenge. And I'll be choosing whatever products, you guys will be getting in the mail. So yeah. Let's see. Hello from Angola. That's awesome. Hello, Eliana. Yolanda says, where can we get the calendar to follow the challenge? Now, all of that is on my website under downloads, but I'll drop that in the chat right now for you guys, just in case you missed where you could download that. But I realized that for some reason, I don't know what happened. Like I added everything in the description box, and I think I did it because I did it from 2 computers. Like I did it on my MacBook, but then somehow when I was like editing it on my laptop, um, it like deleted everything. So it was like up on the video for a while. Like the video was up there, but had nothing in the description box. I'm telling everyone like, oh, check out the description box. And people are emailing me like, I don't see anything in the description box. And I'm like, I know I put something in there and I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. So yes, everything is back in the description box. I will link the calendar right now down below for you guys so you have access to that. So let me I don't know why here we go. Let's get to these downloads and I'll drop that in the chat for you guys as well. Sorry, my computer just loves to be slow. It's time for me to upgrade, I think. Let's see here. Oh, Tiffany says, how is the liquid shampoo coming along? It's coming along very well. I think once I get back home, I'm going to be sending out some samples for the shampoo. I also need more bottles for the shampoo. That's a really good question I should ask you guys. Are you guys like shampoo bottles? How do you prefer? Do you prefer like a pump bottle? Do you prefer like a squeeze bottle, like a normal shampoo squeeze bottle? What's your preference when using a shampoo? A liquid shampoo, I'm talking about. Um, Yolanda says, I use your oat and aloe bundle after taking down my braids, and you were right. And my hair was so soft and moisturized. Yay, Yolanda. That was the first time you used it all, right? I think we talked about that a little bit last time, so I want to make sure. I know you said you had your hair in those braids and you were, wanting your hair to be bomb. So I'm glad it worked out for you. But yeah, just also leave me in the chat what you guys think about shampoos. What's your preference when it comes to shampoo bottles? I'll just wait. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Let's see here. Anastasia said, I just bought your deep conditioner and shampoo bar. I'm washing my hair Tuesday. Can't wait to use them. Oh, yay. I'm glad. I hope you enjoy them. They are some of my favorites. Tiffany says, a normal squeeze or one with a nozzle, depending on the consistency. Okay, okay. Um, Shalette says, just purchase the oat and aloe bundle. Yay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. I'm actually going to try and mail out almost all the orders on Monday. I mailed out actually quite a bit on Friday and Saturday. I haven't sent out emails yet. I need to do that. I've been like so crazy because y'all know I'm still visiting my sister and nephew, so things are just a little bit behind. But I am getting orders out, and as soon as I get back, I'm going home today. Um, when I get back, I'm going to finish up those orders and then try to mail them like Monday morning so you guys can have everything for the challenge on Sunday. That starts on Sunday. Let's see here. Yes, that was my first time using it and it was great. Yay, I'm glad. I'm glad, Yolanda. That's good. That's good. Well, I was saying like the more consistent you're using the products, the better your hair will feel over time. The more moisturized your hair will feel, the more conditioned. So I'm glad that the first time was great. Tiffany says, how do you pick who to send samples to? So I have some of my friends who have been like my samplers from the beginning. So in the beginning when I chose them, I chose people who had different hair types, different hair textures, some from like looser curls to more kinkier curls. And so that's who I use to test. I'm open to having more testers. It's just one of those things that like I know they're going to use the product almost like right away and give me that feedback that I need. Because when you're sitting out testing, sometimes people will like, oh, I'm going to use it, and then they're like a couple weeks later, and then nobody uses it, and so you know what I mean. Like there are other influencer friends, so they like wash their hair, they know what they're looking for, or what Sometimes I'll send them out a product, and I'll just ask them like, what are your thoughts on this product? How would you use it? And I kind of let them use it how they want. Like I might give them direction, like it's a leave-in in some form, right? Like a moisturizer or stuff. So then they'll kind of tell me like, oh, this product had a lot of hold, so I used it as a twist cream, or So it's just one of those things that like once you have people who you can rely on, I just use them repeatedly. Now I did ask for people for the gray hair ladies who wanted to like promote their gray strands or who are wearing their gray strands. I did ask for a list from them, like emails from them, and I got quite a few ladies who asked me or who sent me their address to send samples. So anyone who's testing my gray hair, those are going to be new people who I haven't really worked with yet. They're actually some of you guys from the chat who asked to be part of that. So that's kind of how I pick, those who are sampling products for me. Let's see. Oh, Shalette says, I prefer a squeeze bottle. Okay. Hi, Shelby. Hello, I'd like to be on the sample list as well, please. I'll see about this next round, okay, Tanya, for the shampoo. I'll let you know for sure. Just checking in, about to use your Amla Neem and Fenugreek Gloss Bar. Hope and pray everyone is doing well and staying safe. Oh, yeah, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoy that bar. Shelby, I do owe you some products. I have not shipped. I need to get on it. I was saying on Sunday I'm going to ship like everything that I think has been like pending. So I'll definitely get all the other products out to everyone. For the bundles, the tea bundles, I mailed a bunch of them on, again, like on Friday and Saturday, but I'm going to mail all the remaining. Anybody who ordered over the weekend, I'm going to try and mail them out as well on Monday. So yeah. Martha Sears says, can you get samples? So right now, I'm not sending out samples. The only samples I'll be sending out will be to the shampoo, and that's, I was saying that's to those who are currently my testers. Uh, I don't want to start this whole thing because then I feel like I would end up sending samples to like not hundreds of people, but like a whole bunch of people. I was saying I do have like already a list of people who I will. I might add one or two more people to the list of testers, but again, like I said, I try to stick with um, my list because again, they're really, really efficient and effective in helping me figure out like what works for different hair types and different things. So yeah. Oh, Shelby said, okay, I was hoping my email didn't go to spam. No rush. Just no, says, girl, it's been really, really crazy. But yeah, I meant to respond back to your emails. I'm trying to really get better at getting back to everyone's emails. There's so many emails I get in a day, outside of um, like orders emails, questions regarding orders, questions regarding this and that. So I'm trying to just, I think I need to just hire someone to help me answer emails, because I also have like people who email me for sponsorships and all of these things, and they just all go to like one email, and I go in my email and I'm like, oh my god, because at the time, like sometimes I really just try to focus on getting orders and getting products out to you guys. But I know answering emails is so, so important. So I try to stay on it. But sometimes one or two may fall through the cracks. So, forgive me, y'all. Um, Tiffany says, yeah, just stick to people you trust. Tiffany, get a virtual assistant. Yeah, I definitely think that I'm at a place where I need a virtual assistant. That would be really, really helpful at this place. Shelby says, question for whomever. How can I use yogurt to make a moisturizing DIY hair mask? My dad bought way too much plain yogurt and we don't want it to go bad. So you can actually make a plain yogurt with almost any of the mixtures that I've made before. So Shelby, if you use the mixture that I made last 2 weeks ago, the honey mixture, you can swap out the honey for the yogurt, or you can add the yogurt as you would do like the deep conditioner part of that mask. Um, that's also great. There's also mask treatments you can use with like yogurt, with like some oils and like any of your favorite oils, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, and then maybe add a few conditioning herbs to it, like aloe vera, tablespoon of aloe vera, tablespoon of almond powder. You could mix it together. Even with my almond neem and fenugreek gloss bar, you can also add a tablespoon or two if you like of some yogurt. You can add a yogurt in a number of ways. So I would just say like play around with it. Don't be afraid to use it. And I'll ask you guys, since you guys are also on here, does anyone know of any good virtual assistants? I'm probably going to ask around also on Instagram, but if there's anyone who knows anyone who's good at, or does that or wants to learn how to do that. I'm actually really at this place where I'm trying to expand my business to the next level, and um, acknowledging I need help. I need help. So yeah. Shelby just says, thank you. Okay, I think I just add it to my gloss bar once it's melted for today. Yeah, that's actually really perfect to use. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about the challenge? I hope you guys have got the teas. And if you didn't get the teas, either purchased some herbs from somewhere, or at least got one of the herbs from each of the mixtures that from the calendar that we'll be using each and every week. I hope you guys got everything that you need. I have links to my Amazon store as well with all of the herbs and everything that you need. I put into a separate section on my Amazon store called the Hair or Tea and Massage Challenge. So you guys could definitely just download that as well, right from, get all those herbs that you need right there. Shelby says, Mia, have experience as a receptionist. Would love to try out being a virtual assistant, especially for you. Oh, okay, Shelby. We'll definitely chat. We'll definitely chat. I'll email you about it. Tiffany says, you're ready. Oh, wow, that's good. I'm glad you're ready. I just really wanted to come in today just to see if anyone had any questions or anything about the challenge or about different herbs. Just remembering this week we're going to be talking about scalp care. So for Tip Tuesday, I'm going to share with you the tea that I'll be making, how to make a tea if you don't have maybe all of the specific ingredients. I'll be talking about the scalp massages again. We'll be doing that, 3 times a week at minimum. You can choose to do scalp massages more, but I just wanted to at least get it in 3 times a week. I'm also going to be drinking, I think, some of the teas throughout the challenge. Like the scalp tea, since it's actually like a tea in tea form, I'm going to probably drink a cup of tea before bed, get multiple benefits internally, topically. So I'll definitely be doing that. But I'll talk about all of that in the YouTube video that will drop on Tip Tuesday, okay? Let's see. Yolanda says, I'm trying to help someone with a bald spot in the top of her head. What herbs can she use to help her with that? So Yolanda, you probably have been on these chats, but it sounds like she probably has CCCA, which generally means that there's some type of internal issue going on with her. So I would recommend before she does anything topically to talk to her doctor and find out what's going on. I recommend he runs a blood test for her, like check for vitamin deficiencies, hormone, thyroid, all of those things, because that can cause CCCA. Also, if she's dealing with anything that's like if she has styles that she wears too often, like ponytails or things that are pulling on that area, she wants to like stop doing that immediately. No braid styles, nothing. Get that area rest, and then she can look at herbs. Like once she figures out what's the cause, right? Because you can just treat this topically. You can't. I'll say this: you can't just treat this topically because there's generally an underlying internal issue. So once she figures out what's maybe causing that, and a lot of times it's an iron deficiency and vitamin D deficiency. It could be a number of causes, but a lot of times I feel like that's really common in Black women. But other herbs she can look at for hair regrowth are amla powder, brahmi powder, uh, burdock roots, fenugreek. Those are all great herbs that will deal with hair fall and hair regrowth. We'll actually also have in the challenge, I think it's on week 3 or week 2, we're actually going to do we're going to do a challenge for hair fall. So we'll discuss all the herbs that not all of them, but a number of herbs that you can buy to help with hair fall and hair fall issues like alopecia and balding. So yeah. Let's see here. Shelby says, awesome. I'll look out for the email. Otherwise, I'll send you an email tomorrow. Okay, wonderful. Naturally, Anika, I follow this lady on IG and she presents herself very well. I've spoken to her about it when my business was going. Her name is Simone Little. Okay, is she, Nika, is she, you're talking about like a virtual assistant, Nika? Tiffany says, yes, I love drinking tea also, so this is perfect. Yeah. It's perfect, and I think like some of the teas that we'll have um, are really good to drink right before bed, and giving yourself a nice massage with your tea before bed is like super relaxing, and a little bit of you time, right? Everybody needs a little bit of you time every day, okay? Shalette says, I currently have my hair in a protective style. Is it okay to do this challenge? Yes, it's perfectly fine to do this challenge. We are pretty much sticking with like teas and massages. So you can use that tea rinse on your scalp and give yourself massages when you have when you have braids in your hair as well. Any herbs for sparse eyebrows and edges? So Dreamcatcher, I'm gonna ask. So I mean, eyebrows, yes, could be probably due to over plucking and things, but edges, I would say also think about what you're doing that can probably be causing traction alopecia. That's probably where the edges are from. And first of all, stop doing that or minimize doing that. That means like the pulling of the braids or the pulling of the hair, slicking it back, constantly brushing them edges. First and foremost, want to like stop doing that. That's causing that. And again, some of the same herbs I recommended to her, you can also use on your edges, like amla. Oh, saw palmetto is another one. Brahmi, burdock roots. Oh. Rosemary is also good as well. Let's see. I'm gonna just drop. Someone just asked me about my Amazon store. I'm gonna drop that in the chat real quick before I answer everyone else's questions. So. Okay. Sherry says, I like a squeeze bottle with a nozzle too to help straight to the scalp. My own aloe comes Wednesday. I have used all your products before. Awesome. Love them all. The shampoo bar is my favorite. Yay. I'm so glad. I love the shampoo bar. A lot of people were like nervous or hesitant to try it, but it's really cleansing without stripping the hair. Okay. Robin says, Michelle, I got my electric scalp massagers thanks to you. And ladies, it works. Please get one. Yes, yes, yes. I actually added it to my Amazon store where the one I got. So if you guys want to grab one, get one. That little one that I got, I think it's the Latme or Latme. That one is so nice. It has like the little feet that massage your scalp. Balm. If you guys can't afford it, that's totally fine. Using the pads of your fingers will work very, very well. Okay. Tamala says, can I buy the herbal infused oil separately? Yes, you can. I have the infused oil that I sell separately as well. So you don't have to buy the bundle. You can buy things individually. The only thing is everything else is not on sale right now. The bundle is the only one on sale. So it's completely up to you though, whatever you want to get. Robin said, Michelle, the massager truly helped my edges to grow. Oh, that's awesome, Robin. That's really awesome. Y'all, I have a video about scalp massages on my channel, but I really can't stress enough that scalp massages are so important for delivering blood flow and nutrients to hair follicles. They are saying that it can be just as effective as some of the other treatments that people use on their hair because a lot of times our hair follicles are not getting enough blood circulation. If you have, like for me, I have iron deficiency, you're not getting enough nutrients, so your hair follicles become inactive. So by stimulating them with scalp massages, you can really deliver a lot of nutrients and blood flow to those hair follicles to help them grow again. So that's kind of why we're doing the massages with the tea. Get those nutrients and vitamins and the scalp massages to have a bomb experience. Okay. Nika says, YouTube is buffering so badly today. I'm so behind in the video. Am I buffering or is it just YouTube is buffering? Let's see here. Okay. Can be a bedtime routine. Yeah, Tiffany. It would be a nice little bedtime routine. Okay, thank you, Yolanda. The balding, she said, is from female pattern baldness. Okay, so if she has female pattern baldness, the two herbs I highly, highly recommend, and has been researched actually for female pattern baldness, is the amla and the saw palmetto. And I'm gonna put that in the chat. Just type that out. And oops, saw palmetto. Those herbs together, that two herb combination was actually done in a study and found to be more effective than Rogaine. I don't know why I can't say that. Rogaine. Okay. How I get to your tea? Yeah, she's a virtual assistant. Okay, perfect. Hi, T Smith. Hello. Hi from the UK. How are you doing? I'm doing really, really good today. I'm really excited. After this, I'm about to film for Tip Tuesday. I've been making hair products. That's what you see over here in the back over here. All the products that I have out. I'm still at my sister's house, but I'm heading home today, and I'll be mailing out orders. But I'm doing good today. Thank you. Dream Catcher, do you have any suggestion for newbie tea drinkers? I'm trying to force my taste buds to become acclimated because of the benefits they offer. Um, I would say, I mean, it's so hard because I've always drank tea. Start with teas that maybe like taste good, and then try sweetening it with using honey as a sweetener. What herb combinations have you tried that you don't maybe care for? I'm curious. I think like maybe like green tea can be bitter. You might like things like the chamomile tea. Actually, the tea that I recommended for week one for the scalp massage, the Echinacea Plus tea, I think is a great tasting tea. Has like echinacea, lavender, chamomile, something else in it. But it's really, to me, it tastes really good. And you can also sweeten it with honey, especially if you're a newbie. I drink tea without honey, but if you're a newbie, you can start off with some honey. If anyone has any other suggestions, I mean, feel free to help us out. So I can get by without like black seed. I'm budgeting. Also, can you tell me the benefits of it and how you'll use it? Sherry, so you can get you don't have to get the black seed if you don't, if you're budgeting. Like I said, you don't have to get every single thing. I'll be using it as like a tea rinse from it. I'll be boiling it to get some like or soaking the seeds to get the benefits from that and then using it as part of our tea rinse. So this challenge is mainly going to be highly focused on forming some form of tea from everything. So if you like again, and I want to say this, if you don't have all of them, you can get one herb or two herbs. I'm trying to find herbs that have multiple benefits, so that way I get it. Some things were more expensive than others, and I'm acknowledging that. So if you find one of them, definitely get it. If you don't, then that's okay too. Like you don't need the black seed. Black seed has a lot of properties for like stimulating hair growth, but so does the amla powder. So don't feel like you're gonna like totally miss out if you don't use it. Let me see. Topic about edges equals exactly what I want to talk about. My edges have completely fallen out, and I do not know why. I do not have any updos or stress on them. Is Amla the one with the Indian woman on the box? Yes, yes, it is. I'm just answering T's questions real quick. So T, if you're not dealing with, if your edges just fell out, like, and you're not having stress on your edges, are you stressed out in life? Is there something that's going on different? You don't have to like answer specifically for me. Um, Ask yourself though, like, have you changed anything up? Is there a sudden high stress in your life? Something that's going on personally with you that can cause hair fall, cause certain forms of alopecia. In your case too, if it just seems really sudden, I would also go to your doctor and have him run a blood test to make sure that there's not something all else internally going on with you, hormonal or vitamins. Usually, vitamin deficiencies come in different ways, but I know stress can cause a number of issues. It's particularly in women, it's balding, unfortunately. So, if you can find ways to get your stress levels down, if that's what it's connected to, you can look at adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha, Tulsi powder. If it is related to stress, you can take those internally and use them topically on your hair to help fight stress-related hair fall. Let's see here. Lee says, I just saw you online. I'm hearing about a challenge. I haven't done anything. Where do I find the calendar? How could I start if I'm this late coming in? Lee, Dev, you're actually not late at all. We actually just started. The challenge actually just starts June 13th. So you actually have about a week more to get everything that's necessary. So that's kind of why I'm on here today, to kind of like help everyone, make sure everyone has everything they need to get started on this challenge. So that is where the calendar is from. And then I'm going to just drop again my Amazon store in the chat so you can get some herbs from that. I also have a video with all of the details about the challenge. The video that I posted last week on YouTube, if you watch that, it'll give you all the details about it. I'll be doing weekly videos on the challenge. So I'll show you how I'm going to make the teas. I'll show you how to do exceptions, like if you only have one herb, maybe you have two herbs, how you can make the tea effective for you and what you have. So don't feel like you have to get every single thing. I get some herbs are more expensive than others. The herbs on week 1 and week 8 are actually just one tea box. Let me see. Forget my shorts, y'all. They are, because I'm about to film, so I literally just have that tea over here. So this week 1, this is the actual tea that we'll be using. You can, if you have the individual herbs, you can just get the individual herbs, which is perfectly fine. So I have actually bags of chamomile and bags of echinacea, but I also wanted to give you an option if you didn't have that and something that was like affordable. This is in my Amazon store for like I think it's like $4 or $5. There's one that we'll be using for week 1 and one that we'll be using for week 8. So I just want to give you guys like alternatives to things so you didn't have to buy a bunch of herbs if you weren't into that. Like for me, I'm an herb person, so I have individual herbs of pretty much all of them. But yeah, let's see. Let me see. Brown and TT says, hi, y'all. I didn't get a notification. Shake my head. I was wondering if I was mistaken only to come here and see it already started. YouTube playing the full. Yeah, YouTube has been doing some things lately. I really don't know why. Like, people have been telling me like they're not getting notifications for my videos. Even my Tip Tuesday videos that I drop every single week, people are saying they're not getting notifications for that either. And I'm like, what's going on, YouTube? So I really don't know. Let's see. I can see the delay here. There is quite a bit of a delay from actually me talking and okay, here, let me see. T. Smith, is Alma the one with the Indian? Oh, yes. Okay. Where can I purchase Jada's Manzi and Sal Palmetto? Or is it on your Amazon store? I think Jada's Manzi might be on my Amazon store, but if not, I do have. I think I got my Jada's Manzi from Amazon. I'm almost 100% sure I got mine. I can find out real quick. I'm about to look at my Jada's Manzi. Yep, I sure did. I'm gonna put it into my I'm gonna just put it into the herb portion of my store so you guys can see what it is. Yeah. Because we're not gonna necessarily use that on the challenge, but I just want you to have availability to get it if you like it. And saw palmetto, Yolanda, I got my saw palmetto from the herb store, the other herb place. What is the name of that place? My brain is like throwing a fit right now. It is Mountain Rose Herbs. I do have a link though if you like to get it through my affiliate store. Let me see here. YouTube role playing the thing with the long ears. Z Baby says, I have allergies to the ragweed family. Chamomile, echinacea. If I ingest them, bad. Will they affect me topically? Do you have any suggestions? So I actually don't know if they'll affect you topically. One who can tell you about allergies. I'm allergic to 1,001 things, I feel like. If you're allergic to that, let me see. This week, you could use peppermint tea and neem powder as alternatives for this week for scalp care. Z baby. Sorry, I'm like talking in sections. I'm about to link the other thing in here. Hold up. Mountain Rose. Mountain. Okay, so I just dropped in Mountain Rose Herbs so you can get the saw palmetto from them. Okay, let me see. So, okay, who just asked me, what is the purpose of lemon balm herb? So I'm actually going to talk about that in Tip Tuesday, but I'll give you a little hint. Lemon balm is actually like an astringent. It's really good to keeping like the scalp clean and stopping itchiness and dryness. It adds hydration to the scalp and is really effective for hair growth. I know I told you like most of it, but yeah, it's a really great herb. It's something it's an herb I haven't talked about a lot, but I've been thinking about different herbs and how I want to use them and introduce them to you guys. So I think this challenge is also good because there's some new herbs that I haven't talked about that we'll be using in this particular challenge. Those are all good teas with the honey. Yes, yes. Z baby, can I use organic green jasmine tea or is it simple green tea best? You can use organic green jasmine. That's fine. That's fine. Shalette says, fenugreek tea also works wonders. I use it to increase my breast milk with my daughter, and it also increased my hair strength, thickness, and shedding. Yes. Well, actually, Shalette will be using fenugreek tea in week 2 or week 3. This week, we're focusing solely on scalp care, and I say solely on scalp care, but it covers what I'm using is each week I'm focusing on a particular hair property, like, scalp or moisture, hair fall, hair growth. So I'm doing something each and every week, and yes, I'll be using fenugreek on one of those particular weeks for just that hair growth, hair thickness, and all of that. So it's a wonderful herb. Yam Ahana says, I'm on a buying timeout. Just bought your bundle. But not buying anything more. Can I still join the challenge? Yes, you can still join the challenge. I have the commoner use herbs and of course tea bags. Thanks. Yes, again, the challenge has not started until June 13th. I really just want to come in and make sure you guys have everything that's needed. Make sure you guys found the links to everything and ask all your questions if you want. So it hasn't started yet, so you're right on time. And it's okay to use the teas. Like, I mean, I'm really picky about the type of teas. Like, make sure you guys always get organic teas as much as possible. Okay, that's people. I'll just leave it at that. Just make sure your teas are always organic if possible. And yeah, just it's fine. It's fine if you have to get those teas if you don't have loose herbs. I'm just an herb junkie, so I have loose herbs in all forms, and literally in all forms. But use what you have. Use what you have. Does all the teas have to be in powder form, or can you get them already in a tea bag made already? Oh, you can get them in a tea bag made already. I have chamomile, fresh. They're literally flowers of chamomile. I get them in a bulk bag. So is my echinacea. My horsetail is not in powder form. I have a ton of herbs that are in actual like flower form or grass form. So don't feel like they have to be in powder form. You're making a tea, so it's however you like to make your teas. As long as they're dried, as long as the herbs are dried. Well, actually for teas, they don't necessarily even have to be dried, but make sure they're organic then if they're not going to be dried herbs. Oh, Tulsi powder. Did I not add Tulsi to my store? I'll definitely add it. Let me go and add it now. Tulsi powder should be in there. You know why? I actually get my Tulsi powder from the Indian grocery. So if you guys also do have an Indian grocery store near your house or near your area, highly recommend you get that because they can be much, much cheaper than even getting it online. But if not, I'm going to link the same one that I get from the Indian grocery. It's the Hesh brand. I like them. I'm going to add it to my store right now. Okay. Let me go back to my live stream. Let's see. Let me scroll up. Yes, sis. T. Smith says, yes, sis, I am, but I'm stuck in the situation and can't see my way out. So yes, you are right. Oh, T, I'm so, so sorry. I hope you can find some ways to kind of like relax in and take a moment to have a moment to de-stress or unstress, is that a word? To relieve stress. And even, maybe taking this, and I'll say this, maybe using this challenge as part of your self-care. So maybe before bed, when we do like your scalp massages, drink your tea. I highly recommend ashwagandha or Tulsi. Drink your tea, get your scalp massage, and try to find I don't know, 10, 15 minutes for you to relieve some stress, sis. Because I know what it's like to be stuck in a situation where things are really, really, where you're struggling. And so really, really try to find some time for you to kind of just relax, you know. Um, Kulada Slim says, I want to join. Well, come on and join, Kulada. It's not too late. Come on in. Damaris says, hello, sorry I'm late. It's cool, Damaris. Jump right on in, sis. Dreamcatcher says, thank you so much. I bought some Upful blends, loose leaf, but I'm intimidated. Only used to Lipton green tea bags and lots of sugar. I need something more simple to begin with, and I want to be healthier. Yeah, I will say, get something that's easy. Get yourself, if you're not a tea drinker, get yourself with like pre-packaged, pre-made teas, because they're formulated really good. I feel like if you're going to get loose teas, um, you should already be like a tea drinker and know what combinations that might work well with you or teas that you might like. So, naturally on a budget says, good day. Hi, dear. How are you? Um, Yashada says, hey, everyone. I'm late. It's okay, girl. It's okay. How are you doing, girl? How are you? Are you joining us on this challenge for this time or for this challenge? uh, Sherry says, is saw palmetto and amla good for male pattern baldness? Yes, it is. It's good for male and female pattern baldness. Fish and Chip says, yeah, I no longer get notifications either. So I just keep checking for lives now. Thanks. You know what? Thanks for telling me. I'm going to reach out to, it's hard because like I can reach out to YouTube and I'm not big enough for them to actually respond yet. But a lot of people have been saying, not just here, but a lot of people have been saying that their notifications, they're not getting notifications anymore. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. YouTube has been really weird lately. Dreamcatcher just says YouTube has been unsubbing on a lot of Black YouTuber channels for months now. Yeah, that's literally what I was just saying. Everyone I know has been a person of color. So I don't know. YouTube, get it together, please. Get it together. Sophia says, Michelle, how are you? I have a question. I have 4C hair and my hair does not have a afro puff. Instead, it's elongated when I put it in a ponytail. What do you think about it? Um, I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like your hair is not as curly when you put it into a ponytail? Like what do you mean? It's elongated. I'm unsure. I'm unsure. Are you saying like maybe you have like damage from something? Did you ever used to use heat on your hair? And then like when you put them in the ponytail, like stretches the curls? Like I'm unsure. Yolanda says, okay, thanks. I'm ordering today. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. How often do you do wash and goes? Olivia, never really. Brown and TT says, how is their shipping? I wonder if it's shorter now. Mountain Rose. Oh girl, I don't know because the last order that I did for Mountain Rose Herb was in December or January, and I ordered a bulk order, and it took like 3 weeks to get here. Yeah, no, it took 3 weeks for them to ship, and then a week from shipping to get here. So it took about a month. But I don't know about lately, but that was almost in the midst of like craziness, and so hopefully it's better. But I will say check on their website because they will tell you like how long it's taking them to ship things out. So definitely check there before you order to everybody. If you're expecting your order in a week, it's not Amazon. They usually it is a little bit of a delay. So just check on their website. They tell you about shipping times. Tanika says, oops, any suggestions for CCCA? Yes. Actually, we just talked about this a few minutes ago, but I'll run that back for you. Usually, CCCA is actually due to some form of internal issue. So I highly recommend to anyone who has that to go to the doctor and get a blood test. A lot of times, it's connected to vitamin deficiencies or hormonal issues. And most commonly, it's like vitamin D deficiencies or iron deficiency. So when your iron or anemia or vitamin D is low, it causes hair loss in that particular area. So make sure you get whatever it needs to be to get back up to normal levels, and your hair should start to be, your hair should start to grow back. It might grow back thinner because that's how mine had. I had it before, and even in the area still, like when my iron is low, it's immediately the area that starts to act a little funny. The hair there is actually more highly porous. But you can look at herbs like amla powder, fenugreek, brahmi, burdock root. Those herbs, brahmi, burdock root are great for hair, and bringraj actually. I'm gonna put that in the chat. Bringraj is great for repairing the hair follicle down at the root. It helps to strengthen that, and that's especially what you want to look for when you're dealing with that type of hair fall. Hello, Betania Shepherd. Hello, my hair is a bit dry and it grows little. Could you recommend something from your store? Sure. If your hair is dry, I highly recommend the deep conditioner because I think everyone should have a really good deep conditioner. And I would definitely shampoo, deep condition my hair once a week and then use the leave-in conditioner, twist cream, and some form of oil or butter on your ends to seal your ends and seal that moisture in. So that's what I would recommend. I would say just say the oat and aloe collection, but I'll say this, everyone needs a good deep conditioner, and that one will restore moisture to your hair strands. Let's see. Robin Pender says, with saw palmetto, what form should we use? Oops, I scrolled up. I'm familiar with powders. You can use whatever form that you're familiar with. If you want to use the powders, use the powders. That's completely okay to use it. I always say use whatever you're comfortable with so you don't have to don't reinvent the wheel if you don't have to. Hey, Jessica. How are you, boo? Hi, Denise. How are you? Yolanda says, can we drink ashwagandha and Tulsi teas for hair growth internally? Yolanda, yes, you can drink ashwagandha and Tulsi for hair growth. I will say this, they're called adaptogenic herbs. So they actually really deal with stress. So they'll help to lower stress and in your body as a whole. If you really want to target it for hair growth, I recommend internal and external use. So you're targeting exactly the areas as well, but also taking it internally. There's a lot of benefits of taking ashwagandha and Tulsi internally. Jess K says, also try going to multiple Indian grocery stores because some of the stores carry more variety. Some stores even have organic and are non-GMO products. Correct. You're right, Jess. I have 2 Indian grocery stores that are like 10 minutes from my house, and they're actually like 5 minutes from where I used to work at my 9 to 5. And let me tell you, I would go there all the time and buy up whatever new products I saw. That has probably actually aided to my herb stash being as crazy as it is. And also they're usually, again, way more affordable than even what you can find on Amazon. Nora says, hey sis, excited for this new challenge. Any recommendations for antifungal herbs or treatments? Saw a dermatologist who prescribed antifungal shampoo, but scared to use it as it may cause drying. I highly recommend neem and Tulsi powder. Those herbs are antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial. Those herbs and they're powerful. Neem alone is powerful. If you were going to just choose one herb, neem. But neem and Tulsi together, yes, wonderful. There are other herbs too, but I will say those are strong and targeted herbs for that. Hey, Danae, how are you, boo? I'm doing good. I'm actually visiting my sister at her house and my nephew. Mr. Carbon Master says, do you use black currant seed oil on hair? So Mr. Carbon Master, I'm actually going to be using not black seed oil. I'm actually going to be using like a black seed tea on our hair for hair growth and our hair growth challenge, which is I think it's week 3. I don't have it pulled up with me right now. So we'll be using that, but I have not used the oil on my hair for just hair growth. I've taken black seed oil internally for benefits, but I haven't just used the black currant seed oil on your hair. I do know there's a lot of benefits for it. That's why I kind of introduced it, or going to be introducing it on this challenge. I mentioned before that I'm actually trying to introduce a little bit of new herbs and using this challenge as a way to introduce them to everybody. Nora. Okay, Lola said to Nora, use tea tree oil. Yeah, you can definitely use tea tree oil. I would definitely make sure you are using it in a carrier oil or you're diluting it in either a tea or something. Don't just use it on itself and exclusively. Nora says try Sopna Aretha with tea tree oil. That's good too. I use a tea tree brand. They also have an argan oil and lavender. Okay. Oops. Jason's tea tree skin oil on Amazon. You do not need to use a carrier oil with it. I can personally attest. I've never used a tea tree skin oil. Does it already come in a carrier oil? That's what I'm curious about, because I will say this: you cannot use straight up tea tree on your skin. All tea tree oil, all essential oils need to be in a carrier oil. So I'm gonna hope that the tea tree skin oil is already in a carrier oil, which is why you don't have to mix it. Hey Jess, how are you, Queen? Is natural or organic tea, are they the same? No, that's not the same. Organic just means natural. I'll say this. The problem with natural, let me just talk about the problem with natural. Anything that technically grows on the earth is natural, right? There's no other chemicals, nothing added to it. Organic just means that there should be no like herbicides, pesticides, and things that have been put onto these plants. They're grown in like high quality stuff, high quality dirt. So yeah, I only say that because like some of these herbs, especially herbs that you're drinking, you don't want them to have been sprayed with pesticide or herbicides on them. So I prefer organic over natural, because literally anything can be natural nowadays. Literally. Dreamcatcher says, my current oh, my current struggles are learning about hair and tea. So glad I found this channel. God is always on time. Yes, yay. Well, for real, because this is the perfect challenge, because we are literally doing it right now, a tea, hair, and scalp massage. So make sure you catch, again, the video I did last week, and then catch every Tip Tuesday for the next 8 weeks. We're going to be talking about teas, how to use them, all of that for your hair, what herb, what benefits they have. So you'll get to learn a ton of information. Uh, Francisca, she says, hey, I have extremely dry and brittle hair and now it's breaking. What can I do? So Francisca, I would need to know a little bit more about your routine. Like, why is your hair extremely dry? Why is it brittle? I hope that you have a good routine of shampooing, deep conditioning, moisturizing. So if you don't, I highly recommend that you do get a routine. And I recommend you start this like once a week. And you should be using high quality ingredients and high quality products. So like I have a whole entire line that has it's herbal infused, right? So I have an Onella shampoo bar that's meant to help cleanse your hair but not strip your hair, right? And then you should be deep conditioning either with heat or with steam every single week, okay? And then from there, you want to take it into what we call the LCO or LOC process. That means a liquid leave-in, a cream leave-in, and some oil. You'll do that combination right after wash day to lock in that moisture to prevent hair fall and all of that. Now, there's a lot of things, but like if you don't have a routine, I think that's a really good basic routine to get started, to getting moisture in your hair and to stop like that extreme dryness. He says, thank you. You're welcome, sis. Lola, I would say also be careful with, and I've seen this recommended a number of times, the greenhouse or baggy method. Be careful with that on your scalp, because you can also or the greenhouse method. I think that's the more one that people use, because you could baggy your ends, but the greenhouse method on your scalp can actually lead to like bacteria and fungus by keeping your hair wet and damp. So I wouldn't recommend that on the regular. I think, and I've said this before, I think the importance is getting good quality products, good quality ingredients, and you won't need to do all of that baggy and greenhouse method because your hair will be moisturized. I only moisturize my hair once or twice a week, and it stays moisturized for the entire week. Oh, Danae says tell her hi. I definitely will tell her hi. I won't be surprised if she actually walks in. She went to the store not too long ago, so she'll probably be back soon. Jess K says, I'm pregnant. Do you know if neem would work on my hair? I wasn't sure. Okay, so if you're pregnant, I would avoid neem powder. I will always recommend that you talk to your doctor if you're pregnant before you use any type of herbs on your hair. But in particular, I know you want to avoid neem because now you're not taking neem internally, but I will say neem has been known to, it can cause like abortions. So like, but I know that's if you insert it like internally, like, or you rub it on your cervix, it can. I won't say it can cause abortions. It's used as a spermicide. So I would not use neem if you're pregnant. Do not use it. Even though you might just be using it topically, I would not use it. I know that studies have shown for internal use it can, but yeah, just avoid it for sure. Z Baby says, I already have several of these herbs, but my stash is low. Oops. My stash is low. Will we be using more than 2 tablespoons of any given herb? No, about 2 tablespoons is about where we're going to be using for each of these herbs. That's right about it. Do you have a chamomile-free twist cream and leave-in? I don't currently, but I'm actually working on a hibiscus line is really what I'm working on next. But I'm just curious, are you allergic to chamomile? Are you the one who said you had allergies to ragweed type herbs? Z baby. Denise says, "Hey Michelle, so I have colored hair. Is using tea on my hair will it affect my color? It can depend on what color your hair is and what teas you're using. So what color is your hair, Denise?" Dreamcatcher says, "Jess K, congratulations on your pregnancy." Yes, yes. You love it. I'm just waking up. Could I please get an update? Oh, sis. We're just talking about the challenge that was starting on June 13th. If you missed the challenge, it's actually in my Tip Tuesday video for last week. We're just basically talking about to make sure everyone has all the herbs or teas that we'll be using for this particular challenge. Anastasia says, I gotta say this, girl, you look like you're 25 years old. Keep doing what you're doing. Smile. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Naturally on a Budget says, what will happen if you use tea tree oil directly? Because I've been using it like that. I don't know what will happen exactly, but it can just be really damaging to the actual hair follicle over time. I'll say this, any type of essential oil should always be used in a carrier oil or in a carrier substance, as in like, a tea or a hair product, right? A conditioner or a shampoo. It should always be diluted in something. Usually something that strong on your hair it can be detrimental over time. Now, I don't know what that can look like for, that particular type of thing. And I don't know how much you're using. Are you just using a dot, or dousing it? Like, I don't know, but I just know that all essential oils should be used in a carrier. And I'll say a carrier substance, either a carrier oil or in a tea mixture or a product diluted in some form. Oh, Lola J, are you promoting like a company here? Is that what you're saying? You're saying our tea tree oil is made with safe, gentle, and effective ingredients and contains no parabens. Okay. Nora says, thanks for the neem powder recommendations. Any reputable brands for organic neem powder? The only for organic is I've used them before actually. Actually, this is what I use in my gloss bars. I'll link to you the organic neem powder I use. Yep. I'll just drop it in the store real quick. Okay, and I'll link it for you here. This is the only organic. This is the one I literally use when I make my gloss bars. I'm really, really picky about. Oh, it won't let me send that. Why won't you let me send that? Was that too long? I thought it was too long. Interesting. Okay. This is for this is in the herbs for mixing store that I just dropped. The first herb in there is the neem powder that I added that's organic. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Um, okay, I started drinking ashwagandha, fenugreek, hibiscus, and holy basil tea when we began the Ayurvedic challenge. I also found out that sage tea helps reduce hot flashes. Ooh, good to know. Good to know. Um, KLDVA, do you drink it? Do you make your own tea, like in a tea bag? You put those herbs into like a tea bag. Actually, someone told me that you can buy tea bags on Amazon, so I'm gonna look at them. So I'm gonna check it out and see if I like them, so I can put the herbs into my own tea bag. Is that what you're doing, KLD, a VA? Isabel, hola, hi, dear. Francisca says, thank you so much. You're welcome, dear. Fearlessly Curly says, I just started using a hair tea to help with my postpartum shedding. This challenge is on time. Perfect, perfect. Yes. Hair teas are amazing for to help stop shedding, especially postpartum shedding. So I'm glad. I hope you jump in and enjoy this challenge. Z Baby says, tea tree oil is the truth. It grew a bald spot on my young son's head in 2 weeks. I use argan oil as a carrier. Be careful though. I found out later that some herbs are not safe for young children. Yes, yes. Be very careful. Okay, thank you. I'm taking quite a few of the herbs in capsule supplement form already. Is it better to take them in tea form for the challenge? Asking primarily for budgeting purposes. Also is Lee, did you mean to say something else? Because it cut you off halfway. But if you're taking the herbs in capsule form, that's fine. I think taking herbs is good. I just right now we decided to do an option for the tea. I think if you're looking for topical uses of it, obviously I think the teas would be better. But also taking things internally is also great because a lot of these herbs, even though, and I say this, like, even though we're using it for topical hair benefits, they also have a lot of internal benefits and health benefits for us. So, I mean, capsule form is fine. If you're looking for a particular scalp benefit or scalp effect, of course, I think the tea rinse is good for pouring it directly onto that area or massaging that directly into that area on the scalp. Now, definitely, you don't have to buy everything. And if there's like maybe one or two herbs you want to get for budgeting purposes, like I said, I acknowledge buying a ton of herbs can be expensive. Then get the one or two herbs that you really want to focus on. That's completely fine. Denise says, hey, Michelle, my hair color is an auburn. So yeah, some of these teas you should be fine with. You might want to avoid the chamomile, but I will say this, if there are herbs that lighten your hair color, you would have to use it regularly for a longer period of time. The chamomile will lighten your hair probably a little bit. So if you're going to use it, I would focus that just on the scalp, mainly on the scalp. But I can kind of talk about that maybe on for Tip Tuesday. I'll just kind of mention the herbs that might can stain hair colors so that, if people are having different color hair or gray strands, they can know which herbs to avoid, or if you want to just like focus it specifically on the roots of your scalp. Because I mean, this week is literally all about scalp care. So yes, you can use the tea down the length of your hair, but this particular week, I'm really focusing on getting that nice into our hair follicles and stuff. Nora says, I know, right? She looks so young. I thought she was 26 until she mentioned her age. Michelle, you should drop the skincare routine. I will, Nora. I actually did a skincare routine video like, I guess it's been about a year ago. And my skin routine has changed up a little bit. So I should probably do another updated routine. I am using different products from the brand called Good Molecules. It's so funny. They sent me a PR package. If you guys don't know what that means, it's just sometimes like as an influencer, they'll send you like free things. So they asked me like, oh, what's your skin type? And then they sent me that. And I actually fell in love with a few of their products. And so now I use that like religiously. So maybe I can do an updated version of that. But I still do the same core techniques of my regimen. Like oil rinses are really important for my skin. I have dry eczema prone skin. So I do a lot of oil cleansing. I still use my Ayurvedic shampoo bars or my soap bars to cleanse my skin. And then I moisturize and use their product. Like I'm obsessed with their serums right now. So yeah, I probably should do an updated video because I literally went out and bought like way more products of theirs after that because I really did like some of the products. Bethany says, "Congratulations on your pregnancy. God bless you. I'm glad I subscribed." You're talking about Bethany. You're talking about the other person. I'm not pregnant. I was just to be clear. You're talking about the other girl, correct? Yes, because I'm not pregnant. Lola, if you have fungal infection, you need to kill it, especially ringworm. That is detrimental to your hair. Yes. Oh, Z baby, yes, I'm allergic to ragweed family. Echinacea closes my nasal pathway. Chamomile swells my tongue. I've never used them topically, to my knowledge. Yeah, Z baby, I would not. Like I say, I don't play with allergies. I don't play with things that can cause swelling and all that. Oh yeah, Shelby, you know what? Banyan Botanicals is also a great. It's also a great brand for buying herbs as well. Hello, flowers, come. Lola says, I copy pasted from Amazon, not promoting, just saying this worked for me. I did hours of research because I got a tinea infection, fungal infection, 6 years into my natural hair journey. I was terrified. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, no, I was just asking. That's fine. I was just asking. Let's see. Um, do you have any soap nut products I would love to purchase from you? No, I don't have anything with soap nuts in it, but good suggestion, good suggestions. And it's funny, I actually got not funny, but I got my soap nuts originally from, because I do have soap nuts. I got my soap nuts originally from Mountain Rose Herbs, like a while ago. Um, yeah. Mama, please suggest a shampoo for hair fall. For hair fall, I would say it's funny. Are you okay with DIY stuff? Because I think some of the best shampoos for hair fall are actually tied to like Ayurvedic treatments. One of them you could use is like shikakai or I just had the name Ziziphus powder. Those herbs give you like nice cleansing and conditioning properties. And then you can add a little bit of neem powder and fenugreek powder to that to give you some like moisturizing properties, but also antifungal antibacterial properties as well. You love it. Said what? Pregnancy? Congratulations. Oh, not me. Y'all must be talking about someone else in the chat. I am not pregnant. Let's just clear the air. I am not pregnant, y'all. Um, KLD ever? She said I purchased tea bags from the Republic of Tea. I'll definitely check them out. What can be used as an organic preservative? Sorry, I was just reading Lola's thing. She said, I also temporarily switched to sulfur 8 products. There were 0 videos on YouTube on natural hair and ringworm, nothing. I hope I can help someone here is all. That's good. I mean, it's really interesting that there are no videos on natural hair and ringworm because I feel like, I mean, not a lot of people get ringworm nowadays, but I feel like it's common in sometimes like children because I feel like I knew as a child a few people who had ringworm. Um, but I don't know if I've seen it on a scalp before. Very interesting. I was just reading that. Back to Kamali Franklin. What can be used as an organic preservative? So if you want to look for, I can't say organic, but natural preservatives. For I should ask you first, like, what are you preserving exactly? Are you preserving like a DIY product, a water-based product, an oil-based product? That all depends on, but like Octafin is an all-natural preservative, um, not synthetic based at all. Um, GeoGuard Ultra is a natural preservative. That's for like good water-based, that's a water-based preservative. And Optifin Plus can be used for oil and water-based preservatives, like the combination, like the emulsions. And preservatives for oils and oil-only preservatives, you can use like vitamin E, what's that other thing? My brain is not letting me work today. But there are other, let me see. It's another thing you can use just for oils only. So what, I should ask you, what are you preserving exactly? Hi, Gina. She said, greetings to all from England. None of the many Ayurvedic herbs that I've used have grown my hair. Neem, amla, bringraj, fenugreek, hibiscus, licorice, but amla makes my hair dark and spring, and I love it. Well, I'm glad that it's making your hair wonderful and growing and springy. I will say just be consistent with those particular herbs, but I always say this. Our hair is always growing unless we are dealing with some type of internal issue. Hair fall, not hair fall, vitamin deficiencies, thyroid issues, or stress. um, so if your hair, I would say our hair is pretty much always growing. Those things can make sure our hair is growing at optimum health, making sure our hair root is strong. You're not dealing with any type of other issues with vitamins or lack of vitamins from topical uses, improve blood flow in certain areas. So um, it all depends on, what issues you're actually dealing with from your scalp. Um, sorry. Every time I start scrolling, then my chat jumps. Jessica says, please drop a skincare routine. Sure, I'll definitely do one. I'll definitely do one. Sorry, there's like deer running around in my sister's backyard right now. It was like really distracting. I just saw something like jump out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, oh, it's a deer. How lovely. Gina says, how old are you then? I'm 35. Faith says, hi, Michelle. I'm having a hard time growing out my edges. What do I do? I stopped braiding my hair 5 months ago and started treating it, but it's not growing. So, Faith, you might want to go to if you can, a black dermatologist and make sure that your hair follicles on your edges have not died yet. And I hate to say it like that, but sometimes hair follicles can be inactive from too tight braiding styles. And I see you said you stopped braiding your hair 5 months ago, but sometimes your hair might need a little bit of love to grow again, or sometimes the hair follicles might be dead, which at this point they have not shown yet anything that can actually awaken dead hair follicles. If they're inactive, you can still stimulate them with herbs like amla and saw palmetto. We actually talked about that a little bit earlier. But those two herb combinations were actually shown to help regrow hair. So you can try those, but I would definitely talk to your dermatologist, particularly a black dermatologist, so he can tell you if the hair follicles have died or not. And also, I will say this, also doing the scalp massages during this challenge can be helpful. It might be able to bring more nutrients, and it might just take a longer time. I know people who've been bald or lost their edges for years, and they have been using herbs and doing massages on that area, gentle massages on that area, has brought back some hair regrowth. It's never been as thick as it used to be, but definitely be patient. Adressa says, late coming on, my hair is gray. Are the teas mentioned for rinsing the hair or drink? Are there teas I should avoid if topical? So the teas that we're mentioning are right now we are using for our hair to rinse. We did talk about drinking some of these teas as well. I'll actually do a video for Tip Tuesday, and I'll be talking about what teas I'll be drinking while I'm massaging my scalp during right before bed. But so yeah, some of the teas you want to avoid if your hair is gray. I'll definitely list them for you. I'll probably try to do each video each week so that way you know which herbs can stain your hair gray. You also might want to be, if you have gray strands and you're worried about your hair turning gray, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. you might want to focus on maybe just putting the teas directly on the scalp and maybe not down the length of your hair so you don't stain your hair a yellowish tint from the herbal teas. I will say that a lot of these teas are going to be darker in color, and so over time they might tint your hair a grayish, unfortunately, a grayish color. I mean, a yellowish color. So I will see. I will definitely look at all the herbs before each week, so I can recommend which ones will stain and which ones won't. And you might have to. So you might not be someone who'll be able to just buy or purchase like a pre-made tea, because there might be one or two herbs in that will stain your hair. You might do well with just like individual like packaged teas, like or individual packaged herbs, so that way you can make your own. Hi, Miriam. How are you? I mentioned supplemental powder in our last chat. So, have you been in the lab, Professor? How you love it? I actually haven't this week. This week is I did not get as much done. I was helping out. I don't know if you guys noticed the change in background, but I've been helping out my sister and my nephew. This week has been a lot busier than I anticipated, but no, I haven't forgotten, and I've actually mentioned it quite a few times in this video here. Felicia says, "I'm new here. Are you a professional stylist?" No, I'm not a professional stylist. I actually make hair products. I formulate hair products. I studied chemistry in school. It's I have my own line, and then I do a lot of DIYs for you guys. I give you a lot of suggestions for dealing with scalp issues, hair growth issues based off the science of herbal medicine. Um, that's great advice. Okay, I don't have curly hair, but I love watching your videos. Love from India. Oh, thank you so much. Listen, y'all are the originators of Ayurvedic medicine, so I appreciate you dropping in. Z Baby says, I'm able to keep my hair in flat twist a couple of days. Should I take them down to do the tea massage? Do teas dry the hair? Should we focus on the scalp only? Okay, so those are good questions actually. Some teas can be drying, or they're actually more strengthening to the hair. Some teas are, which is why I recommended getting the bundle that my hair care bundle, because I wanted you to provide some like moisturizing properties on some of these particular herbs. And so the weeks that I give you other alternatives is because I know some of those herbs can be strengthening, and some for some people, not all, everyone, can dry out the hair. So I want to make sure you are sealing in with moisture. So this week's tea is great for scalp, and it is okay if you use this down the length of your hair. You should not find this particular tea drying, but I really wanted to find and focus on herbs that dealt with a number of issues. As you'll see for this week's Tip Tuesday, I'm going to talk about echinacea, I'm going to talk about chamomile, I'm going to talk about these particular herbs, why I chose them, what are their properties, how they benefit your scalp, and also how they benefit your hair. So I will mention it each week as we go through the process, but I'm also, the weeks that I recommend sealing in with this, a moisturizer and all this, I do know some of those teas can be a bit more strengthening than others. So yeah, I'm all about focusing on the overall health of your hair, so your hair just won't be like dry or overly strengthened. Or we're also going to have, again, moisturizing weeks, a lot of different things. So yeah. Bethany just said, "Oh my, sorry. I saw someone else saying congratulations, but God bless you anyways." Michelle, maybe those pregnancy congratulations are prophetic for you. Shh. No, 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 no pregnancies right now, y'all. No pregnancies. Just cases. It's me, everyone. I'm sorry about the confusion. Yes, Jess is pregnant. Michelle is not. I am not pregnant. I am not pregnant. Okay. It's okay, Bethany. I'm cracking up here, though. Um, let's see. Okay. Miriam says, "How do I melt the MSM in the oil?" Okay, so just number one, MSM does not dissolve in oil. MSM only dissolves in water-based products, so it will not dissolve in an oil. Bethany says, wow, a natural beauty. Thank you so much. Okay, I still can't believe you are 35. What is the sorcery? Oh, y'all got me feeling good. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I'll be 36 this year too. So, Is it helpful for hair if taking stress reducing adaptogens in supplement form? Yes, it definitely can be. I'll say this, anything when you take internally is going to affect everything internally. So that could be for hair, for internal organs, stress related, everything as a whole. But I highly recommend, especially if you're having like stress related stuff, doing both. I would definitely take adaptogens internally and then focus on whatever areas that are falling out so you can get like targeted benefits for the scalp as well as internal. Because I'm sure that if your scalp is affected by stress, there are other things in your body that are affected by stress. I can guarantee you that. So definitely take them both ways if possible. And if you can only take it internally, or if you only have one choice, then just take it internally. Just Kay says, I'm in school to become an Ayurvedic practitioner. Ooh, I'm taking the summer off because my baby is due soon. I must say, our host, she knows her stuff. Everything she is saying is accurate 100%. Yay! Thank you, Jess. And let me tell you, I really take my time when I study before I try to recommend anything to anybody. I take this very serious, and I want you guys to prosper and have good health, great hair growth as well. Um, Gina says, are you sure those Ayurvedic herbs didn't reactivate dormant follicles on your scalp? Michelle mentioned this, and many of us realize we have a lot of baby hairs throughout our hair. Yeah, that we definitely talked about that. I think a few weeks ago that like a lot of us noticed when we first started using herbs that we had little tiny hairs sprouting all around our hair, and I initially thought that it was breakage, and I was like, "Oh my God, am my hair breaking everywhere?" And then over time, I was like, "No, those are actually just new hairs and follicles that remain dormant for so long." And I honestly didn't know that I had that many dormant hair follicles because I don't know. My hair always appeared thick and long to me. And I use thick differently because everyone has different thickness, but my thickness. Um, but over time, I realized how many hair follicles had been dormant for so long, and now with using Ayurvedic herbs, my hair is thicker and longer. Is the black is the black seed powder or the seed form? You can use either one because we're going to make a tea from it, so you can use either form. I'm going to be using the seed form. The one I have is a seed form. I like the name Bethany. That's a nice name. KLD of VA. Buddha Teas is another brand of organic teas to drink. Oh, I'll definitely check them out. Lola says random thought on struggles with hard water. My life changed once I put my spring water, not purified, in my spray bottle. You can get a 24 pack of, say, Poland Springs for $4. It is less expensive than the products you buy for your hair. Yeah. We actually talked about, Lola, we talked about this a few weeks ago. That, and we talked about using distilled water if you can. I get the big gallon jugs of distilled water. I use them to make my hair products. Actually, I get them for like 98 cents at any grocery store. They're also really good for, that's actually what I'm going to be recommending everyone use their teas with is bottled waters as opposed to just using faucet water because you never know if people have hard water, and hard water can be just as drying or just as damaging to your hair. So I'm actually going to was going to recommend and still am going to recommend using either distilled or spring water for your hair. So really good suggestions. Oh, Lola just says, "Wow, I get those baby hairs too, and wondered about breakage. Thanks for solving that mystery." Yeah, I think it's very really common, especially when you start your Ayurvedic journey. Z Baby says, "Density is the term." Thank you. Density is a term used for how many hairs on your head. Thickness is used for the diameter of each strand. Correct. You're definitely correct. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I really meant. I was talking about the density of my hair. I have like I would say medium density of hair strands, but I didn't, like over time, you might lose a few hairs over time. You don't really pay attention until all of a sudden you have full density again. And you're like, oh, my hair appears to be so much thicker because there's more density in here. All right, Amber says, thank you. I'm getting my supplies. Perfect, perfect. So I'm glad. I'm really glad I came on today because I felt like a lot of you guys had a lot of good questions, and I think we got through almost, if not all of them. So if you guys have anything else, please let me know. If not, I'm actually going to sign off so I can film Tip Tuesday. I was actually going to film Tip Tuesday before this, but then I thought if there's something someone asked me that I feel like I need to talk about, I'll then make sure I add it to the video, and there was. So I'm really thankful I waited. And I'll make sure I look up that information about teas that will color the hair so that you guys will have that for each video. Okay, but if you guys don't have anything else, let's see here. Just K says sesame oil from the Indian store only, not toasted. Sesame oil works well for hair massages. I would recommend using an essential oil with it. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that suggestion. I think sesame oil is it a ceramide oil? It's a really good oil to use on your hair. I also recommended some of my Ayurvedic hair oils that I have. A lot of people end up buying the bundle, so you guys will have the oil in that because it's really good to like lock in that moisture with those oils. Lola says, I used to wash and deep condition monthly. Recently, I switched to every 2 weeks. It's so much better for me. Yeah, a lot of people are doing every 2 weeks. I actually wash and shampoo and deep condition weekly. That works for my very active lifestyle, and it's so interesting. The weeks that I wait a little bit longer than a week, my scalp hates me, and it's like itchy and dry, and it starts to like smell because I'm a head sweater. So if I don't shampoo my hair is like, you tried it. You really, really tried it. And so for me, I know I cannot do, I would love to be able to do it every 2 weeks, but my lifestyle says every week, and my hair says every week, and my hair is thriving, so I'm going to just stick with what works. The lead dev says, are there any teas strong enough to darken gray strands? So yes, and yes, there are some. Now it might, okay, so like henna, I'll say this. Henna teas over time. I'll say this. I don't think we're going to use one particular tea long enough in this challenge to get like dark strands from that particular tea alone, because we're going to be using a combination of teas. So if you're going to focus on like one tea over a long period of time, yes, like Jadismansi. Jadismansi is great for preventing like premature graying, and it's such a dark herb. It's almost like black. One of those herbs that like I love to use, but it's also can darken the hair color. You would use that like in conjunction like with maybe like henna and maybe indigo, and it can darken your hair strands over time. But again, you would have to use that like for an extended period of time, longer than the 1 week we'll be using some of these herbs for. Okay, then I'll wait patiently because I know you have a lot going on. I need you to focus on the handsome nephew and the other important things you're dealing with. I know you got me. Yes, sis, I definitely got you. I hear what you're saying. That's why I said I'm actually kind of glad that I waited for this live then to come back and, film the video for Tip Tuesday. Nora says, does anyone have a recondition for a hard water filter attachment to use when I'm washing my hair? Oh, you mean like a recommendation? Sorry, I was like, Nora, does anyone have a hard water filter recommendation for her? I actually don't. I have a water filter in my house, but at this point I couldn't even tell you which one it was or which one it is because I'm not home. But yeah, if anyone has one, if not, Nora, I will see if I can look around when I get back home today. It'll be like later in the evening. Like I live like 3 hours from my sister, so I'm gonna have to like pack up all my stuff and go. So it'll probably be like later. If I do, I'll like add it to my store, and if I forget, I'll try and make sure I put it in the Tip Tuesday video. That's my goal. If I miss anything on Sunday, I can just try and throw it in for Tip Tuesday. Um, so I don't miss out on too many things. So yeah. Sorry. Miriam just says, can I make a deep conditioner without any powder? Miriam, what do you mean? Like a DIY deep conditioner or deep conditioner like you formulate one? Or you're talking about like let's say you want to use like honey and maybe Greek yogurt, avocado, banana, mix that together and put that on your hair. Because then, yes, you can do that. You don't have to add herbal powders to everything. Um, but if you want some like properties for it, then yes, you can. But you can also use like, let's say, fresh aloe vera, or you can use, and that's not a powder. You can use the liquid form, actual fresh aloe vera. You can boil the teas and use those teas as part of your water phase for your conditioner. So it just depends on, you don't have to use the actual powder in it. Oh, Berkeley water filter has one. Wonderful. Nora says, thanks, sis. Have a safe trip back. Thank you. Thank you. Nora says, I recommend the brand Sprite Showers. They make mounted and detachable shower heads, and the filters are easily available. Oh, I, I'm actually gonna look. I'm actually gonna look at more shower heads because I thought I have a really good power one, but I've seen some like some ads on like Instagram the other day where they had like this filter that had like all these like balls and beads that the water goes through, and I was like, ooh. I also just like looking at new things and shopping online. Okay, let's see. Shelby says they even have an app for iPhone and Android. Oh, that's cool. Shelby says, okay, bye for real this time. Take care, everyone. Okay. Bonnie says, waiting for you to visit India. Okay. Please type the name of herb that darkens hair besides henna. Thank you. Love all your talks. Okay, Faith, I'm going to type it in now. I think my sister just got back too, so. Chadismanzi powder. All right. Z baby, hey. That's my sis. Huh? You can leave it open. Oh, did I leave it open, you say? Yeah. Oh, probably. I went on a walk. C Baby says, have a great weekend. Goodbye, Michelle. You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good weekend too. Miriam says, not a DIY deep conditioner, one that you can sell. Yeah, you don't have to add powder to any of the ones that you sell. The ones I sell don't have powder in them. I actually use herbal extracts. So there's no powders. It's all herbal extracts, and then I use that to make my oil and water phase. So you don't have to use that. Naturally, Nika's just said the best shower filter I've ever used is from Aquasana, but they expensive. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna have to look it up too. I'm gonna have to look it up. But thank you, everyone. If you guys have any more questions, I'll try to get them answered for you guys on Tip Tuesday. Leave them in the comment section. I'm gonna head out so I can finish filming and they can not be bothered. Have a good one, you guys. Bye. I have to stop it from here, I think.